Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you? I hope you're all doing very, very well. And yes, before you all shout out, JJ Abrams is there with his lens flare. I know. Let's just put up with it, shall we? You know, the light shines on the righteous, does it not? So let's just try and position myself. Remember Last Starfighter, and the beam comes down when the bastards have got one of the spies, and it's like, and he gets fucking melted by the laser beam into the noggin. It's a Sunday, and it's a weird day because Mrs. Kilt-Man and my son are away. They're in London, old London town. If only it was old London town. They went down to watch Liverpool, the Reds, against Crystal Palace at Wembley for the Charity Shield. No, it used to be called the Charity Shield. It's now called the Community Shield, or whatever that's called. I wasn't arsed about this game in the least. And Liverpool lost on penalties. God damn it. But Mrs. Kilt-Man and my son went down to London, and I gave them a huge amount of advice as to, because London is now the one of the most dangerous places in the world. Street crime is unbelievable. Knife crime, violent crime, every kind of crime is unbelievable. Off the scales in London. Off the scales, off the charts. And every single day you've got multiple protests taking place. You know, pro-Palestine and Palestine action and all that bullshit. And also today you had an Israeli, a Jewish protest, or kind of, you know, like, don't forget about our hostages who are still in Gaza, held by Hamas. A peaceful protest, which apparently worked supremely well. Shouldn't they all work supremely well? But protests have a tendency to attract knobheads on either side, the left, the right, the whatever, who are going to hijack these things and make them a bit more volatile. And it is ridiculous. It's just march, protest. We must defend the right to protest. And yes, it's causing enormous amounts of trouble and rift, and dare I say it, civil unrest, war in the UK. So I said to Mrs. Kilt-Man, I said, you know, I'm going to tell you what to do to be in crowd situations. And they're going to Wembley, a crowd situation with a hostile, you know, home team, you know, and obviously the Reds coming in there. But they're used to that. They go to a lot of matches, so that they're used to, like, you know, opposing fans. Yeah. However, the London Underground is a volatile nightmare scenario now. Robberies, mobile phones. It's just, don't bother. Just, if you've got a mobile phone, just hold it up in the air, or just throw it on the pavement, because it's gonna be took from you anyway by some enterprising knobhead on an e-scooter. It's going to take that from you, and if you go after them, there's about 18 other goons waiting to take you down in broad daylight. Now, I've been to London many times throughout my life. Tourism, visiting and going to cinema and just seeing premieres and reporting on them as well. And I've also worked in London for various different capacities, and I've talked a lot about crowd scenarios, mobs and riots, how I was trained to deal with them. So I try to impart that information, and like what to do, what not to do, how to avoid that kind of situation, and if you're in it, caught up inadvertently, how to get out of it. So I gave all this stuff to my wife and my son. But I gave one really important piece of advice, which they did not heed. And that one major piece of advice was, don't go. But they went. Now, luckily, they kept me posted the entire time. They're not back until tomorrow night. This is now Sunday evening, and they're not back until late on Monday evening. So they've got another night and a day to escape and evade, you know. And they think I talk rubbish, but I've been in situations. I've been in the most volatile of nastiness, where things are completely unpredictable and the crowds turn. And the way the world is right now, and London especially, is a hotbed of absolute serious unrest. There'll be people now watching this who are subscribers, and you probably followed me for many years or whatever, going like, what, I live in London, I love London, London's great. London can be great, London was great. London is not great now. It ain't. It's a hotbed of real severe unrest. And it goes into all the different areas, all the suburbs. It's nasty, it's horrible. London isn't alone. Glasgow's gone really bad. I thought you'd be like, oh, Glasgow always was, but no, Glasgow was never that bad. But it's gone bad now. Edinburgh's gone really bad as well. Manchester has got tons of elements. Birmingham, Bradford, you know, it's all over the UK. So I tell them, you know, the right things to do, and like, but they're gonna just like, well, we should just walk. My wife has the opinion that she can go anywhere in the world. I remember before we had any kids, Mrs. Kilt-Man. Before she was Mrs. Kilt-Man, in fact, she was just known as Janet in those days, Mrs. Janet, and so I should be able to walk down the Falls Road, you know, wearing whatever I want to wear, whatever flag I want to wear, because there was a lot of stuff was happening, and so we're talking like Northern Ireland here. I should be able to go through, you know, Jamaica, which we got married in Jamaica, and we were advised not to do certain things or go certain places, and we did do, because we were young and we were stupid and we were like, you know, idealists, you know, we're gonna have fun. Idealists, hedonists, so we just have fun. We love everybody. You know, Jamaica's the land of fun and love and all that kind of stuff. And we got away with murder. Well, that sounds wrong, because at the time, Jamaica was the capital of murders in the world. It was. If you were aged between like 14 and 44, maybe 54, you had 99% more chance of dying by violent means than by natural causes. But we had a great time, and Kingston and Montego Bay, we just strolled around, we had loads of fun, we joined the crowds, we partied, it was great. But I was very sort of hyper aware. Me and Mrs. Kilt-Man have been around the world in a lot of, well, dodgy places, let's be honest, which after we've been there, things happened. Tunisia, Sousse, massacres. Egypt, massacres. Holland, Amsterdam, loads of France. We were in Nice with the kids. We were in Nice, and like literally 8 months after it wasn't quite the next day, but we'd left, and then the promenade, which we all strolled down, and I was like there in a vest, you know, and I just like, wow, giving it fucking loads. 8 months afterwards, a fucking great big van drove down and killed 80 odd people. It just swept, terrorist attack, swept through, mowed down 80 odd people and killed them. So what I'm saying is like, nowhere's safe from this kind of crap anymore. Nowhere. And it happens in soft spots. They go for primary schools. They go for like a kids' play area. They target kids and mums. They do. Who's they, Kilt-Man? You know exactly who I'm talking about. And they are everywhere right now. And in London, they are hugely prevalent. Now, as I say, I've been there many times. Now, during the 90s, I was away a hell of a lot of the time. I was in the Marines, and I was doing a lot of stuff. So I was away a lot. And that's all ended. Now, Mrs. Kilt-Man tends to be the one that goes away more than I do. I don't really go anywhere, to be honest, these days. I don't. I'm not arsed, you know. There's places I want to go, things I want to do, people I want to see, but, I'm quite happy to go down the road and sit outside the cask with the kilts flying in the breeze, with loads and loads of whiskies. But it's not a whiskey, that's a pure orange juice. I've already had a load of whiskey today, so we're all right on that score. Cheers, y'all. But she goes away a lot now, and I'm always super concerned because she is of the mentality that I'm doing nothing wrong. I can go wherever I want, despite all the things that I've been through and I've told her about. She doesn't seem, and what's happening right now, I keep saying you bury your head in the sand. She doesn't, but she just chooses to live. Look, I know what the risks are, but I want to go out and live. Why should I feel, I've got to hide away? Well, something I want to go and do, a show I want to see, an event I want to go to. It could be across the country, it could be whenever. And I'm always like, oh my God, don't be involved in this. God, crowds and bombs and suicide, jihadis, all this kind of shit. I know I'm right in what I'm saying, but maybe I'm becoming a bit overzealous about the whole thing. And she's not wrong. She should be allowed to go wherever the hell she wants to go and do whatever she wants to do. Because she's like, I'm not a threat to anyone. I just want to have fun and meet people and, be happy. And I'm the one that's like, no, don't trust anyone, And when I'm with her, I am pretty bad. Plenty of people know me. They know exactly what I'm like, and I'm still really good. Someone's tailgating us. I will sort those people out. I know how to maneuver people and get people into safe scenarios, and then take out whoever's pursuing. Mrs. Kilt-Man will even tell you about that. And although I was a bit heavy-handed, but it was a mugging scenario, and but trust me, their mugging days were over, and I'm still like that. And I'm getting older. That's the thing. I'm getting older now. So I said, what if something happens when you're down there? What if something happens, and on the underground, and what am I supposed to do? I've got my daughter's here, my cat's here now. What am I supposed to fucking do? Am I going to get down to London? Because I will do it, and I'll go on a fucking rampage. I will find whoever hurts any one of mine, and I'll take them out. And I don't care who you are. You could be the parents of the person that's done it. You could be their best friends. There could be an army of you. You could be the police. You won't stop me. I will get through all of you to get whoever hurts any of mine. And I keep drumming this into, my family. I will be there, but I'm getting older. The old knees are knocking. They're fucking not. I was outside the cask before, and the band Mule Train came in. I say the match had been on. Obviously, the match Liverpool lost, and the band were getting set up, and the sun had come out. We've got another heat wave coming for the rest. It's Sunday evening now. For the rest of this week, it's going to be topping 30, 32 degrees, and so we've got another heat wave on the way. But I'm always outside the cask, with next to nothing on, thrusting my flesh to the sun, and I've got my combat boots, my Op Granbys. Yes, you know them, you love them, the Op Granbys. Oh yeah, they're there in full fucking glory. And I've got my feet on the wall. The kilts arranged, seductively. And everyone's driving past or walking past. You can't see jack shit under my kilt. I know what I'm doing. I ain't flashing any bitty bobs at all. If I was, you'd fucking know it. but everyone's like, but I love it, and I'm like fucking brazen. I'm always brazen. I'm a very brazen, out there sort of person. Always have been. My confidence has never took a bashing. It probably has, but I've always bounced back, you know. So I'm uber confident, and I will walk anywhere. I will do anything I want to do, and I will stare any motherfucker out. And if you don't like it, then I'm afraid, and you start coming at me, I'm gonna take you down. It's just the way it goes. I've always been like that, but I know a damn sight more than I did when I was a teenager, and I was like that back then. But I always had the gift of the gab, and I was mocking and fun, you know. I could get round things. Now I know life is not like that, but I know I can deal with a lot of shit. But when my family go out there and I'm not there, you know, I don't like it. I don't really like it. So I've said to them, like, you can't have your mobile phone out at all. Get into secluded areas and message me and keep me posted. And they have done. We're here, we're there. So we've done this, we've done that. Blah blah blah. But I know that they're doing what I've said. Basically, they're back at the hotel now, and that's fine. By the way, I'm really doing London down, and what are you gonna do about it? It's a shithole. It's a fucking shithole. So I'm actually not going to apologise. No, I used to love London. As I say, I went to premieres there, been to a lot of parties, been to a lot of reunions, been to a lot of events there, and just basically toured as well, and loved it. But the last 10 years, absolutely not. It's changed. Last time I was there would be, I don't know, no, not 10 years, but about 8 years ago. I can't even remember now. But I saw how things had changed drastically, and I thought, I'm not coming back here. What a shithole this is. Police, can't see any of them. Where are they? It's a sea of people I don't recognise, and just trouble. Everywhere I looked, there was some kind of crime taking place. I'm not making it up. I'm not like, you know, aggrandising or anything like that at all. I'm not being egregious about the whole thing. I hate the place. The capital of this country. It's a shithole. So I'll only go there if I've got to go there. And if I've got to go there, it's to save someone that I know and love. There's no other reason. You know, the king could call me down for a fucking medal or something. And I'd be like, well, no, you come to me. I'm not going down to you. Fuck off. Come to me. If I'm worthy of a medal or some kind of ceremony, you come to me. I'm not going to you. Not down to that. Fucking den of iniquity. Like Moss Isley. Literally. Anyway, look. I have seen the film Weapons. It's been a crazy old day today. I've done a lot of things today, and I did manage to sneak a viewing of Weapons, which I'm going to review. Now, I'm not going to review it right here and now. There's a lot to kind of unpack with the film Weapons. I liked it a lot. I didn't love it. I liked it. I think it's hugely overhyped. Genuinely, I do. But it's got a lot of great ideas, a lot of great stuff, and a few shock moments. I think I knew too much going in, I'll be honest. So some of the shocks weren't quite as shocking. But either way, it's good to have a film like that, which straddles several different genres. It comes under horror, but it's also many other different things. So I'm not going to sit and review that right now. That'll probably be tomorrow. But I thought, like, you've probably heard this bit of music playing right here, right now. It's on repeat, and it's called 101, well, it's the 101 strings band, Karma Sitar, and this is off a vinyl LP that Astradyne, your friend of mine, Astradyne, a traveller in time, sent to me a while ago. I think I unboxed it on camera and didn't know what the hell it was, to be honest. And it's a late 60s sort of experiment in psychedelics, and it's an orchestra, the 101 Strings Orchestra, and also some other people that the album's there, and all the big histories written on the back of it. And I've brought out the old Ferguson, 1971 Ferguson mono but record player, which I've done loads of videos featuring this. The sound out of this is fucking phenomenal. But this track is phenomenal. It's uber catchy. I think it's the end of the B-side, because what the write-up says, if I could be asked, I'd read the rather lengthy history behind this album, which is written on the back of the sleeve. It describes the 101 strings and the other music makers that joined with them to try to do a sort of collaboration to take on flower power and psychedelia and create their own sort of sound, which is very progressive as well, because it kind of paved the way from flower power and psychedelia into sort of quasi lounge-exotica, which then would become sort of sci-fi lounge, and kind of a lot of different themes and ideas would come into it, like. And it's, by the way, it's called, let's bring it down here. The album is called Astro-Sounds from Beyond the Year 2000, 101 Strings, and the Astro-Sound Magnificence. This is remastered. This is only recently sort of redone, reverbed. I create my own lingo, and it's wonderful. I could read out the entire thing there. I could, but I won't. But that track you're hearing there is a bonus track. One of, I think, three bonus tracks, which are kind of like what you hear on the album in general, which did well but didn't do well enough to spawn any more, and kind of got forgotten about, which is why they re-released it. It's like, no, this is magnificent. This is the stuff this helped shape, music from the 60s into the 70s, and a bit of funk and grooviness as well, So there's three bonus tracks, this being one of them, and these kind of came before what you hear on the album proper. But I'll be honest, the bonus tracks are the fucking best things about it. This is outstanding. I think I probably will put this vinyl on, but for the time being, I'll start it again. Turn it on a bit. Sitar. So, exotic instrumentation. Karma Sitar. But listen to this riff, this melody. You've got them. Show what they are. There's bongos. You know how much I love the bongos. Snake charmer, wicker basket, serpent on the rise. Tell me you don't love that. Tell me. You can't, can you? do. It's brilliant. Oh, it's such quasi-exotica. It's hypnotic, but it brings it. You imagine going down to London with your big beatbox on your shoulder, you know, you're playing this. And all the hoodies would be like, hoodies, rip the masks off, put your foot through their face. When you take their balaclavas off, make sure you use your fingers in their eye sockets to wrench. Flower power, summer of love. Kilt-Man doesn't quite get with the program. How cool is this? It is uber groovy. The beat is phenomenal. So I was outside the cask with my Opgambi boots on the wall. Kilt was like brought back, you know, exposing a ton of leggage. I've got little short stumpy legs, little short hairy fucking stumps, all I've got. But everyone's like, look man, people are driving past, oh my god, that's the Kilt-Man, that's Kilt-Man that. Because I am pretty well known, as you may have, you know, realised. You can hear crunchy stuff. Crunchy things taking place. Tiddles, the wonder puss, has now come down to get on a grazing plate of all the dried biscuits. We got this cat, as you guys know, a few months ago. She's now turned 1. And I know cats, I know people who've got cats. I grew up with cats and dogs. But this is the first cat we as a family have ever had. And I did not know. In fact, I'm pretty certain that cats are not as greedy as this fucking thing is. It just eats everything. It eats off your plate, it eats off your fork, it licks your spoon before you... Fucking cat's in your face. Get off, you know. He won't stop eating. You open the fridge, it's in the fridge. Chicken, give me chicken now. Chicken, just chicken. Oh. I had a medallion of steak, beef, yesterday, and I smothered in blood. I did it exceptionally raw as well, and that's how I like it. Rare, but raw, basically. And I thought, well, the cat might be interested in the blood on the plate. No, the cat wanted the whole fucking piece of bloody steak, didn't it? It was like, I had mushrooms with it as well. I was like, oh my god, which I grilled the mushrooms. I was like, oh my god. And the cat was like, trying to get I was cutting the steak up, and she's like, I'll have that piece, Dad. Like, you fucking won't. Oh, okay, you've got it. Well, all right then. But you're not getting this bit then. You know, cats aren't meant to be like that. Cats are very finicky. You know, they're very fussy about what they eat. Not that one. It'll eat anything. It'll eat me. Give it half the fucking chance. Anyway, back to this wonderful exotica, this lounge 60s flower power hybrid. It's wonderful, isn't it? If I play the album, we should do, shouldn't we? Because you've heard that enough now. There's a bit of a, you know, almost sort of bebop and rockabilly stuff, and you'll recognise certain elements that come into it, and even the monster mash and stuff like that comes in. We'll do it. we're here. If you're still here, well, I'm definitely still here. So let's do some vintage. Well, this ain't so vintage. This is only recently sort of remixed and put onto gloriously lavish blue vinyl. This blue vinyl. Oh, shut up. So let's do that's side 2. Let's do side 1. Let's get this sorted out. Let's crank up the old turntable. Oh, this could be interesting because the cat gets involved in this as well. Right, so look at it. Just step on that and you've got like whoa, 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 whoa. We're getting a bit of feedback there, aren't we? So, I was saying, like, you know, it's titled like Astro-Sounds from Beyond the Air. Hang on, what it's called? From Beyond the Air 2000. But I was saying it wasn't kind of sci-fi or space age. Well, this is. So what the hell do I know? You definitely get a bit of psychedelia here. It's like basically 60s trance sort of stuff. It's kind of a bit gravelly. There's something. This is from 1970-71. This Ferguson, and I've done videos actually first using this. It's a bit of vintage musicola. Very, very effective. Although mono, this is on literally about 2. Thank you, Scratch DJ there. DJ Pudkins. Everyone's a critic, aren't they? Bloody hell, the dog didn't do that kind of thing. But listen to this, you know. It's a crossover. It's very 60s. It's very hippie. But the beat and the rhythm is very lounge and progressive sort of jazz and getting into funk as well. So it's a massive hybrid and a crossover. So it is unique in its musical stylings. There's a mini saber-toothed tiger rampaging around here. Go on! Go on! Fuck off. It's coming out across a bit harsh, isn't it? See, this system lives in one of the front rooms, and it's situated quite perfectly, so it sounds brilliant. Just take my word for it, it sounds brilliant. Well, even when you crank it up, it's fucking loud. Wow. There's your speaker there. but it throws out one fucking hell of a wallop of sound. Obviously, it's only mono, but honest to God, you don't care. I play a lot of vinyl on this. See, nothing space age about this, is there? You know. But it's uber cool. Would Dirty Harry be on the beat with this as the background sort of music to his detecting? What is it? Heights Asprey in Frisco. Who calls it Frisco? No one calls it Frisco. But of course, the counterculture sort of society and movement was born in San Francisco, in that area, and this evokes that. See, you have got like, listen to it, sort of echoing, sort of, you know, dissonance, and like, oh, as it fades out, there's a quasi mystery element to it, and then you get this tambourines and all that kind of stuff. Oh, what's this? Like, it's like the Birds, Manfred Mann. Fucking hell! I can't get the hair out of my eyes. How apt! Nice, like tambourines. You know, Native American like leather waistcoats with great big buttons and feathers and all that, like, and leather jeans. That's okay if you're Mad Max. It's still uber cool though. Very short track, wasn't it? Kind of a bit of a rush of noise. The organ and the old electronic keyboard, like Ray Manzarek. Fuzzy, whooshy. The cat has returned. Make up your mind. But it's of an era, and evokes so much of that era which most of us didn't live through. Well, if we did, we were very young, you know, and didn't really appreciate it. But if you're a kid at the 70s and you saw like all the TV shows, you know, Banana Splits, Hair Bear Bunch, Scooby-Doo, you know, all that kind of Happy Days, everything had this sort of, this was the psychedelic sound of a lot of TV shows. Fucking cat. can't see it, but she's making her presence felt. And their unpredictability is just... There's one thing missing from it. My boot up its ass. As if. Never get the boot back. So I say this came from Astradyne. I don't know, a few months ago, I think it arrived. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, I don't know these people. And because of its title, I thought, oh, it's going to be. He sends a lot of synthesized stuff, a lot of well, obviously the bands of the 70s and 80s like OMD, Ultravox, a lot of stuff like that, Soft Cell, a lot of Sparks, a lot of like progressive stuff, some folky stuff as well, but a lot of sci-fi things. And I thought like, oh, it's got to be some kind of like, you know, funkadelic sort of space age kind of music, and it so isn't. It's so tailgating flower power, and the what was meant to be the endless summer of love. Of course, that didn't work out because a certain thing called Vietnam overshadowed that. There's a little fly juddering around in that little stuttery sort of fashion. I want to land on your nose. And you can never swipe them away because even though it's kind of like they move like they're sort of geriatric fly. The minute you do anything like that, or they go over your... How'd you do that? So you want like girls in like, you know, little hot pants and boots doing all that shit on tables, you know. There's no mistaking what areas that's from. This is where sort of blues, jazz and country fuse together with this guitar playing and like that sort of stuff, you know. Funky, groovy. Yeah. Now I'll be honest, you didn't expect this from a Kilt-Man video late on a Sunday night, did you? No, you did not. It's just squatted down and hoisted its back leg over its head and done some very judicious lickety-split activity. I know you can't see what's happening, but it's cavorting around. Enough of that. Let's go with the B-side, or on the side too. Oh. damn it. What the hell is that? There you go. Oh, it won't do it now, but yeah. Oh no, it will. This system, you know, you do the auto thing where it'll move the record out. Spaceship. It'll move the record over and drop it down. Stylus comes over and drops to the right, you know, 45, 33, and it's got hang on. It's got 16, 33, 45 and 78. So it's got the full gamut. There's a friggin' cat there. Can you see that? Look at it. It's going to get involved any second. But sometimes when you do the auto thing, it doesn't work. It's old, it doesn't do it. So like the record drops down and the needle comes up and doesn't travel over, it just comes up and goes, no, can't be arsed. Ka-junk like that. You're like, fuck's sake. I know that cat's around. I know you can see it somewhere around in the background. Look, let's just persevere. You see, I'm not playing this very loud at the moment. It may sound loud to you, and it's right behind my ear, so it sounds a bit loud to me. But in a room, this is on 2, the volume's on 2. It goes up to like, well, it goes up to 10. Duh. But like, oh, what's that fucking film? Spinal Tap. This one, I've modified it. It goes up to 11. I just scratched on 11. You know. But when you turn up louder, it's clearer. The louder you go with this, the clearer the sound is. I don't know why that is, but it just is. But obviously, it's late now. Don't be playing it too loud. Yeah, you've heard that before. But they're doing their own little variation on it. And you're fucking twisting, shucking and jiving. You know what? Wouldn't it have been great in that era? The fucking big boots on the women and little hot pants, little skirts. Oh my god. The big hair. And they're all doing that. All that kind of shit. And it was a free love. That's really... If this came before, then this was the stepping stone. Yeah, no, I'm loving it. I think it's great stuff. It's definitely, you know, if you're in the mood for this sort of thing, then it'll work. Mostly I'm in the mood for like just fucking movie scores, themes, you know, Rambo, Predator, Hearts on Fire, you know, kind of Delta Force. No, there's a lot more than that, but they're stalwarts I always fall back on. Longer Friday, Who Dares Wins. God, just so many. Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer. You know, fucking, you know, oh god. But occasionally, it's nice to have something which is like out of your normal sort of musical comfort zone. And this is comfortable. For the musical zone, this is uber comfortable. Dizzy daft. But it does take you back to a time when we weren't so cynical, we weren't so divided. Well, the ideology then, it took a while to say that, the ideology then was actually counterculture. You had Vietnam, you had other conflicts from other countries elsewhere in the world, but this kind of culture was like, you know, well, fuck all that. It's going to show love and peace, man, and all that. And but that said, fight against the man, against the authorities. So although we look back on it and you think like, oh, simpler times, they weren't any more simpler than they are now. They had axes to grind. They were protesting as well, all the time, you know. So have we moved on? No, we've actually, like the turntable and the vinyl playing here, we've turned full circle. It's the exact same thing happening now. All the same issues we had back then in different parts of the world are playing out today. And they're only worse today is because we're living in them. The old game show, dum 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 dum, bang, brum brum brum. See, it starts off with a bit of like, you know, major, you know, whoa, feedback, motherfucker. Where's it going with that? Sort of like big fuzzball, sort of cyclone of sci-fi warbliness, and yet the rest of the track is anything but. The last two tracks on this are bonus tracks, and these are the ones which kind of, they came before this album itself. That's why they've been lumped on here as bonus tracks. But if this is the one I'm thinking of, and it should be the one I'm thinking of, this is great as well. The one you've been hearing before, which I transferred, this is just as exotic. This one's called Strings for Ravi, and this one and Karma Sitar, which you've heard before, which you'll hear after this, are by Monty Kelly, both by Monty Kelly, who was the progenitor of this whole collaboration, 101 Strings and the other fucking thing, whatever they're called. Alshire Records? Oh, I don't know what it is. There's a bit of like, that's almost Chinese, Far Eastern, isn't it? And you think about like TV shows like The Persuaders and oh god, what else during this time? Man in a Suitcase, that sort of thing. It's groovy, man. Again, you think of like Scooby-Doo, there'd be a scene where Scooby and Shaggy would be in some kind of club, and they'd be in that ridiculous animation. They'd be going like, Even Scooby be doing it. Come on, Scoobs! And again, you can think of like sort of American detective TV shows of the 60s and the 70s, like. And this would be the cool main theme with a montage of, you know, images of your man doing his thing, getting some guy behind a bar. I want the intel, you know. And then wisecracking with some guy selling hamburgers, you know. Pure James Garner, like. Oh, that's great, isn't it? There's definitely a bit of Lalo Schifrin in there, I think. And the quasi sort of Far Eastern. Are we talking like a young version of Enter the Dragon? I don't know. Just saying, throwing it out there. And here we go, the best one. The one I've been playing almost constantly. Oh, this is fucking divine, this. The sitar. It's playful. You can imagine slinky women on disco hotspots, you know, and there's a deal taking place, you know, at a table in a corner, and these women are dancing around, and you're meant to be paying attention to the two people making the deal in the movie or the TV show, but really all you listen to is the music, and you're looking at the women whose hips are giving it loads, you know. Roald Dahl's Tales of the Unexpected, where you've got that slinky woman doing all this against the roulette wheel and the revolver. You guys know what I'm talking about. Which was half-hour show, but brilliant. And she'd be doing all that, like snaky moves. I could have reviewed Weapons, couldn't I? But no, we've just kicked back with a bit of quasi-exotica. The drums great as well. Come on now. It does make the world a better place, doesn't it? I don't believe that either. But just for a few minutes, everything's possible. And you can have a grin on your face and just get away with murder. I fucking do all the time. You don't get it. You don't get the boom at the end. Although you will get the record stopping and it going twang. Nickel Elastic's just gone there. Right, folks. As I say, this was just A Sunday night. That wasn't a fart. That was my boot squeaking across the floor there. Although I have been drinking fruit juice. Don't know about you guys, but fruit juice, orange juice especially, yeah, it does. It gives you a wind. It does, you know. It's nice and refreshing. It's lovely. Don't get me wrong, but my God, it does. It does have a habit of repeating upon you, and spitting pips out when you don't expect them. This was not the video any of you expected, I'm sure, but it's just, hey, look, we're having fun. It's a Sunday. The wife and one of my kids are away, so hey, let's have some fun. So we had disco time, and now it's time for a nice mug of tea, and then watch some more GB News. I'm really depressed the arse off myself before going to bed. But no, I will review Weapons tomorrow, and also there's another film review coming which none of you will have expected. Yeah, and well, I haven't seen it yet, but I am gonna watch it, possibly even tonight when I'm in bed. Hey ho! And I'm not gonna say what it is, but I have talked about it recently a bit, so we'll see what happens. Right, folks, I have been Always Shall Be Kilt-Man, so please, in the meantime, as ever, like, just be yourselves and be happy, and who gives a fuck what the world throws upon you? Just take it on the chin. Whatever it says to you, just grin back, give it a wink, and say to fuck itself in between time. Please keep it Kilty, keep it Celtic. I'm going to see you all. I wish I could have done that in a kind of funky psychedelic way, but I can't. Wasn't too bad though, was it? I think I hit a couple of notes there, somewhere along the way. Anyway,